Hello. Hello. We're here. See, we told you this was going to happen this week. It's a Haven Bro show. It's my birthday, as everyone on planet Earth now knows. It is my birthday. And we did this sad but pathetic but shameless but somewhat effective birthday wish today. Push for subscribers. And it kind of helped. Ben. We got some new subscribers today. So I asked my birthday. I said the only thing I want, if you want to make my birthday wish come true, subscribe to Haven Bros. Right? So that's what happened. That's what I asked for. And some people obliged. So that was fantastic. Up to 196 now. It'd be great if we got to 200 by the end of the show, but I'm not going to create robo accounts. Ben usually does that. So we're here in the same place.
I do not do that.
Oh, okay. Get nice and close to your lovely mic. As close as you want to get.
I don't know.
All right, so we are here. We're going to play the game. Ben talked about playing, but first we do...
Yeah.
Well, okay. We're going to play the game. Tell him the game. Tell him the game.
No.
Yeah.
We're not doing that first. You got
Well,
to do your thing first.
All right.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday, so everyone should know that and should expect that we have to talk a little bit about offensive linemen here first. It won't take too long, but there are a couple of interesting things just to kind of put out there, because as we continually hear more and more hype for certain guys and misinformation and undervalued people because they were undrafted free agents, even though they were good players, there are a few interesting things to point out when you look at some previous Packer linemen. This came up because we did the D-bag era, all D-bag era teams last week. And then some other people did some of that stuff and some spin-offs. Now, Ben, did you happen to know that 14 bloggers and Packer writers came together to make that list for that Zach Cruz article? So it wasn't just Zach Cruz. So apologies to Zach Cruz. We were hammering on him. That's not your fault, Zach Cruz. 14 people contributed to that.
So that means there are 14 morons. Not just one.
And these are apparently some of the most respected and top notch Packer bloggers and writers.
Yeah, people who completely forgot about Adam Timmerman.
Which is by far the most egregious miss on that list. Totally ridiculous. Because I looked up Adam Timmerman's stats. Here, maybe I'll share them with you. Let's share them with you. Maybe it's fun. Adam Timmerman was, so we talked about him last week. You guys all know he should have been first team, all D-bag era guard. Okay, Adam Timmerman, the thing with Adam Timmerman was that don't look at this guy right here, but the thing about Adam Timmerman was that he was a 7th round draft choice. 7th round draft pick by the Green Bay Packers in 1995, 230th overall out of South Dakota State. So not a highly touted guy, but he started 172 games in his career. Played from 1995 through 2006. Played 172 games during that span. 48 starts for the Packers, 61 games for the Packers. And as you can see, his first 4 seasons with the Packers, when he was probably dirt cheap, what do you make, like a couple $1,000 a year?
Something like that. 7th round pick, you're not making hardly anything.
So and then he started all 16 games, 96, 97, and 98 for the Green Bay Packers, including when they won the Super Bowl. Went to the Super Bowl twice. He's been to 4 Super Bowls. 4-time Super Bowl appearance guy and 2-time Super Bowl champion Adam Timmerman. Also was AP second team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler in 2001 and played all that time. And then one other interesting thing to think about is stats for offensive linemen. There aren't a whole lot of them, but one thing that is interesting is some of the negative ones are bad, right? So like holding is one of the most annoying penalties in the NFL in my estimation. I hate it. It drives me a little crazy. It makes me want to throw things at stuff. Holding calls are terrible because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, right? So, and usually oftentimes it happens on a running play. So it really kind of jacks up your drive sometimes. Adam Timmerman, his whole career, I just told you 172 starts, 187 games. He had 14 holding calls, never more than 2 in a season.
Amazing. It's definitely the starting right guard.
I want that guy.
Our D-bag team. 100%.
Right. Longevity, reliable, durable, and doesn't hold people. That was I still cannot believe 14 people that were supposed to be Packer experts, reporting experts, somehow forgot about that guy. That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. I was looking at some other offensive line things. We'll put them out here. Again, it's my birthday, so we're talking a little offensive line before you get to the game. Another guy that was out there was Lane Taylor, who just got, Lane Taylor was just an afterthought again recently by some people. There was some Packer people looking for things to talk about. One of the things they talked about was bad coaching decisions here recently. Bad coaching decisions that it's just been happening for a while. And we know there's been plenty of bad coaching decisions, right? We complain about them all the time.
Yeah.
Not the right players being on the field, not the right players in the right spots. That stuff happens all the time. We see it as Packer fans. And what was interesting was, some people talked about, they went through some of these decisions, and they talked about how Matt LaFleur has got to be better at that this year now that we can't fall back on the greatness of Aaron Rodgers anymore, which, okay, whatever. But anyway, the point is, yeah, I agree with that. Matt LaFleur should be better at it this year. He needs to be. However, then, some people pointed out some bad decisions. One of the bad decisions they couldn't get over and just had to go on and on about was Elton Jenkins, just a stud, right? Is Elton Jenkins, he's incredible, Ben. According to so many, he's just, wow.
I don't know if he's incredible. I'd say he's unbelievable.
Okay. Well, look, Elton Jenkins is a fine player. But he is highly overhyped. Like a few of these guys, young guys in the Packers team that are about like 3, 4, 5 years in now, 4 to 5, 6 years in, we'll call it. There's this group of younger kind of getting in their prime players that they're just hyping the crap out of, and it's completely unwarranted and really just blown out of proportion. Anyway, Elton Jenkins is one of those guys. He's a good player, but he has plenty of flaws and makes plenty of mistakes, and he was not this all-world guy who could play everywhere on the line, which he was exposed at. Actually, he was exposed at that in 2021 before his injury, and then showed up again last year when they thought he was going to play tackle again, and it didn't go well. When everyone was saying, oh, well, you're good there because he can play tackle, except for these two guys weren't saying that. So anyway, something though, but one of the things this guy said was what a terrible mistake to not just start him right away. Start Lane Taylor. What were the Packers doing?
Lane Taylor. Why would you start him?
What were the Packers doing?
What were they thinking?
Yeah, I mean, in Elton Jenkins' rookie season, when you got a stud like that, get him on the field, how could you possibly start Lane Taylor? Well, Lane Taylor, let me just remind everybody about Lane Taylor. The fact that Lane Taylor made Josh Sitton expendable, number one, right? Because everybody freaked out when the Packers got rid of Josh Sitton, and then Lane Taylor stepped in and started right away, and everybody's like, they didn't miss a beat. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, I guess this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, he was really good. He was also the Aaron Rodgers protector on the famous Jared Cook tippy toe catch on the sidelines in the playoff game. Lane Taylor was the guy who they trusted to be the Aaron Rodgers protector.
Mm-hmm.
But he sucks. Don't play him.
And just to remind everyone as well, Lane Taylor started 16 games in 2016, 15 games in 2017, 14 games in 2018, leading up to that 2019 season where Elton Jenkins joined the team. So what were they possibly thinking starting their 3-year starter who had been very good for them over a rookie? I mean, what a crazy... That was not one to go on and on about because that was not the wrong decision. Now, Lane Taylor got hurt right away in that season or early in that season, and then Elton Jenkins came in and played, and that's how he got started. His career got started, but Lane Taylor was definitely not the person to sit down. He should have been starting in 2019. That was not a bad decision.
Well, the other thing that was weird, if you remember in 2019, in the training camp, people were saying there was a competition between Lane Taylor and the rookie second-round pick, Jenkins. As if Lane Taylor was not a proven guy who's done it, as you just said, 3 years in a row starting. And that's part of I think that's part of what fed into that narrative of Elton Jenkins coming in and, he was already better than Lane Taylor. Obviously, we know better than that, but that's what it started as. So he already started being talked about as if he was in a competition with a guy who'd been playing for 3 years at a high level. That
Right.
nobody freaking and it's not like it's a position where there's stats to back you up.
Right.
There are though, as you'll show in a little
There's
bit. But it's hard for a regular fan to understand that. So when the reporters and even the coaches were pushing that there's a competition here, we're not sure if Lane Taylor is going to start or if Elton Jenkins is going to start. And then when Lane gets hurt, and then they put Jenkins in there, and then everybody's like, oh, look at this rookie, and he's doing so great, and all this kind of stuff. That's kind of what fed the narrative as well. They just don't give the respect to the player who's been there for 3 years and played well, if not good, because they are pushing the narrative. Because Lane Taylor's contract was coming up, and they were like, nah.
And Lane Taylor, by the way, was also, so we just talked about, kind of overlooking Adam Timmerman, who was a 7th-round draft choice. Lane Taylor was a undrafted free agent.
Yep.
For the Packers. So there's a theme here, right? The 2nd-round pick versus the undrafted free agent. And I think all of us Packer fans and everybody out there that sees players get on the field and make an impact, we don't care whether they're drafted in the 1st round, 2nd round, not draft. I don't care. If the guy makes plays, put him on the field. I do not care where the person was drafted. Please just put the guys that make an impact on the game out there. And that's what we've all been calling for. Now, here's an interesting thing. We just talked about Adam Timmerman's games and starts, and, a key thing of holding and whatever. Like, a couple key things for offensive linemen is, are they durable? Are they reliable? Can they play a lot of snaps? And then, do they not make a lot of mistakes? Because making mistakes on the O-line can really screw up your drives and screw up your offense. So that's why Adam Timmerman averaging like barely over 1 holding penalty a year is pretty damn good over a long career. Lane Taylor, over 8 seasons in Green Bay and 1 year with the Houston Texans. Now, he didn't play a lot of games in some of those seasons, so we'll just go by games. He had 87 games, he had 55 starts, which is almost the same as Elton Jenkins. So we're going to do a little comparison here. And actually, the number of snaps is similar as well. So total number of snaps is probably the best indicator here. He had 3,685 snaps, did Lane Taylor. And I'll pull this up for you here. We'll share it too, just so you can all take a look at it as we look at it. So 3,685 snaps here for Lane Taylor. You can see 1,000 snaps, 1,084 and 16, 900 plus snaps there, almost 900 snaps there right before this shortened season with the injury. And so he had a total of 5 holding calls in 55 starts, 3,685 snaps.
3,685 snaps, only 5 holding calls.
5 holding calls.
And only 3 false starts.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
And only 9 total penalties in his entire career. Think about that, people. But he wasn't good enough.
No.
He wasn't good enough.
Interesting. So anyway, let's see. I think this will switch over to this one if I pull it up. Oh, I didn't pull that up on the screen. So anyway, you didn't get to see that part. Now you do get to see that part. My mistake. So anyway, you'll have to trust us on that. We can actually show it to you. Here, I forgot to do the extra button. So yeah, Lane Taylor was that kind of guy. He was awesome. He's a very good player. Here are the things we're talking about. 55, 87 games, 55, 3,685 snaps, and only 5 holding calls in his whole career. In that many snaps, 3,685. Now, Elton Jenkins, on the other hand, who was the guy that they said, well, man, he needed to play, he needed to start. Elton Jenkins has played in 53 starts, 55 games over his 4 seasons with the Packers. Again, 21 was shortened with only 8 games, but he's played quite a bit, 3,457 snaps, so 200 less than Lane Taylor, 200 snaps fewer than Lane Taylor has played. But when you look at a little bit, I went right past here. Elton Jenkins has only 4 years. In 19, he had 6 holding calls, 10 total penalties, 4 holding calls.
Wait, hold on a second.
20, yeah.
So you're telling me he replaced Lane Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that season, people said he was already better than Lane Taylor.
Yeah.
Yet in that season that he replaced him for, he already had more holding calls and more total penalties in just those 14 games started than Lane Taylor had his entire career.
Yeah.
Yet, wait, but Elton Jenkins is better than Lane Taylor.
Yeah,
From a rookie already, he was better.
Right away. He was a stud right away. Amazing.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting how that works. That's odd.
And look, I'm not don't want to put this on like Elton Jenkins is terrible. I'm just saying some guys get hyped up and some guys get squashed down, and it seems to be a lot with whether they were drafted or not or where they were drafted, and the hype train follows. And this is just these are just legit stats here. This is what happened. He had 4 holding penalties the next season. In 8 games, he had 3 holding penalties in 21. And then last year, he had another 3 holding penalties and 4 penalties total. So 23 total penalties, 16 holding penalties. So Lane Taylor had in 3,600, 200 more snaps. He had less than about 30% of the holding penalties that Elton Jenkins has had in 200 less snaps than Lane Taylor. I'm just saying. These are just legit things to point out.
It's just legit
for people that don't get it, because holding is terrible and it can screw up drives. Everybody talks about it all the time. So I don't know. You can grade offensive linemen a lot of different ways. And some people say, well, Elton Jenkins is so aggressive. Well, really, he's not, because we've seen the way he plays. He's not an overly aggressive guy. He's not an overly powerful guy that's going to just like bulldoze people. He's not like a Quentin Nelson or some of those guys, or even Quinn Miners, my guy, who will miss guys or get some holding calls or whatever, but like actually bulldoze people. He's not a bulldozer. He's a good, solid guard, but apparently he likes to hold a little more than most guys do. Just that's what the first 4 years would tell you. And by the way, before we move on, Lucas Patrick had 4 holding penalties total in his like 50 games, 50 starts or whatever it was with the Packers, or 80 games with the Packers or whatever it was. So,
but Lucas Patrick sucked.
Yeah, he's terrible. Right, I get it.
That's what Andy Herman said. He said he sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give him credit. He even worked his way into the starting lineup there. But what were we starting him for? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's my birthday, so we talk offensive linemen and clear up some stuff, and it's ridiculous that some guys get poo-pooed and other guys get pumped up. But that's kind of the way. Let's see. You guys say some stuff. Sorry, we probably have happier stuff in here. Happy birthday, Dad says. Happy birthday. Dude? Now we'll be done with ripping on that stuff. Who else? David says Jones got ripped off by the top 10 running ball. Ben, what do you think about that?
He's not in the top 10 running backs for this season.
Probably not.
He only is the like the 4th best yards per carry in the history of the NFL, but he's not a top 10 running back in just this season. David, people are dumb. We already proved it already now. Aaron Jones is a 5th round pick who doesn't get bulk carries, who produces every time he touches the ball. He fumbles one time in a playoff game, and everybody has a damn heart attack, even though Aaron Rodgers can throw 3 picks against the Lions, but that's not his fault, even though they all were his fault. But yet that's okay. But Aaron Jones has 1 fumble, and it's like, he fumbles too much. He just fumbles, or they're just in like the worst times. You know what? He also makes like 99% of the time, he makes a play. So shut up, dummies. People are stupid. And if what we just showed with the offensive lineman doesn't prove it, you could also go just at basic common sense narratives. The whole Rashawn Gary stuff. I don't know what is going on out there.
My goodness.
People are talking about him like he's freaking Clay Matthews already.
He's nothing like Clay Matthews.
People are saying he's the 2nd best player on the Packers' current team for this 2023 season. And I don't understand it. The guy played like half a year, and that's it in total plays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like he was destroying stuff.
Nope.
He did very well. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
He's good.
He doesn't hold up against the run very well. He sometimes overcommits and worries about beating his guy and doesn't pay attention to the running backs, which is a problem, because then guess who's over here who's supposed to tackle him? Oh, yeah, Jair. Well, he's not going to tackle anybody. So that's a problem.
He told you that last year. Remember when he made a couple tackles, and then after that game, he's like, don't get used to that now. I mean,
I don't get paid because I don't get paid to make tackles. I get paid to cover guys, and that's whatever. But tackling guys is probably part of defense, so, whatever. But anyways.
Rashawn Gary's another one. It's just, and
it's
you
crazy.
and I have both said, because when they first drafted him, we lost our minds because they had spent all that money on Zadarius and on the Smiths. and then he didn't play. And we've talked. All Packer fans know this. Like a high high pick, get him on the field, impact guy. You want to see those people on the field. So you want to see the team draft 4 spots that they can actually put those guys in the field. And then when they don't, you're kind of like, what are they doing? Why are they putzing around here? So then, but Rashawn Gary, he did his thing. He worked hard. He got a chance to play. He looked good, but he did not look like all world, like one of the best, players on the team, one of the best guys in the league.
If he is one of the best players on the team, then our team's not very good. That's all I can say. Oof. And I just got to say one thing to Andy Herman, and I put it on his message. And
you did?
I put it on there. I said, first of all, he had Aaron Jones number 5.
Oof. Aaron Jones.
And Jair number 1 on his list of ranking Packers for this season, upcoming season. And Aaron Jones is number 1. Aaron Jones is clearly the best player on the team. Look at his stats. Look at his longevity. Look at his production last season, as well as every season before that. He has single-handedly won games for us. Mm-hmm. He has single-handedly kept the team going when Aaron Rodgers stinks. I don't know how many times the second half comes up. We have all these drives that stall, and then Aaron Jones breaks a 45-yard run in the second half that sparks the team, and then we come back and win the game. That happened a lot in 2019, 2020, and 2021 a little bit. Not as much last year because Rodgers really pissed away everything. Mm. Yep. However, this is the most egregious, and I'm not even counting the Kenny Clark at number 4 and the Devondre Campbell in the top 10.
Ooh, Kamara was in the top 10, but he wasn't in the top 10.
Okay, I haven't seen this running back list, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Continue on.
I'm talking about the Andy Herman list, and I hate to call it Andy Herman, but he put Rasul Douglas at 14, and he put both Lucas Van Ness at 12 and Luke Musgrave at 13, ahead of Rasul Douglas.
Guys who have done nothing.
Right. 2 guys who haven't even sniffed a guy's jock on the field, much less made a play on the field, or even touched a field in the NFL. He's got them rated higher than Rasul Douglas, who single-handedly won 3 games for us in 2021 and had 4 picks and a forced fumble and also caused the pick so that thinking Crappy Savage could get the pick and run it all the way back for touchdown, right? Or dang close to touchdown. I can't remember if he got a touchdown.
That was his only touchdown return. His only return for a touchdown.
And that was all Rasul who made the play.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it went flat in the air, and then Savage was the Johnny on the spot, caught it and ran back and whatever.
He was the ha-ha on the spot.
Right, ha-ha on the spot. But the fact that Rasul Douglas is 14, and then there's 2 rookies ahead of him on the list, is a joke. And then he's got Keyshawn Nixon even above Rasul. Listen, I like Nixon. I'm not saying he's bad, but I would not put him ahead of Rasul Douglas on our list of Packers on this 2023 team. I mean, what are we doing? And he puts Josiah DeGuara at 29. And I'm like, I'm a little mad. That's all I'm going to say.
Is this supposed to be a list of guys who are going to make an impact on the
No, I don't know what game? It is. He ranked all 91 players currently on the team.
Are they supposed to be value? Are they, is it just talent?
I think I don't know.
I don't understand the list because you're telling me that a guy who in basically 26, 27 games, right, on the team that he got a chance to be in the games has had, so, not even 2 full seasons. He's had 9 interceptions. He's had 140 tackles plus 140, 150 tackles from a cornerback spot. And some forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, and deflections. Even made Savage look good.
That's hard to do. And he did it.
That guy is below all these other...
Below guys who haven't even played in the league.
He's had, I'm just going to say, Rasul Douglas has had the same amount of interceptions in 1 3/4 seasons as Jair Alexander has had in his entire career. And don't give me the crap that he doesn't get targeted, because that myth we busted. Again, 2022, he had 82 targets. Rasul had 84 targets, almost exactly the same. Jair had 110 targets in his second season as a pro. And he only, I think, had 1 pick. So that's plenty of ops. Anyway, and again, Jair Alexander's a good player. He's just not the greatest thing in the world like everybody's making him out to be.
And
So,
you know how you could tell?
Yeah.
The other day there was a thing that came over my Facebook feed, and it was Charles Woodson, plays of Charles Woodson.
that's
You watch, it's just like, it's like 7 or 8 awesome, like just insane awesome plays.
Yeah.
And Jair's only made one of those type of plays. And it was when he tackled Thielen into Diggs or Diggs into Thielen. That was the only time he ever made a play. Well, that's not true. He also blitzed by mistake and got a safety or whatever on Kirk Cousins. So there's 2 plays that he made that were awesome. And one of them was an accident, and the other one was awesome when he was a rookie, when he actually was aggressive and played great, tackled, and it was tough. So he had 2 plays that are awesome like that. But he hasn't had anything like that in years. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying it's about time to respect Rasul Douglas. I'm sick of hearing how he couldn't play the slot. He was 9th best ranking on PFF, according to players with 100 or more snaps in the slot defender at nickel defense. Rasul was number 9, the highest ranked, 9th highest ranked player, ahead of Jalen Ramsey last year at 10. So don't tell me that Rasul Douglas sucks or was bad at freaking the star position. He was fine. Maybe he gave us some catches against quick little dudes. That's going to happen to a guy who's 6'2", 210 pounds.
By the way, anybody that happens to.
But anyways, get over it with the narratives on this crap.
Thanks for the birthday wishes. Appreciate it. David also points out that our defense proves number 1 draft picks can be overrated. Yep. So again, I think that I liked the idea of the argument that when something was said about we don't really care about where the people, like fans, we don't care where the people are drafted. I understand that the GM and the people that made those choices care because they evaluated and did all this stuff and invested those picks in those and the money sometimes in these players. So they want to see those be the players that get the most opportunities. But when other guys just come out and just ball and show you on the field they can play football, like those are the people we want to see as fans, and those are the people going to help you win.
The other thing that bothers me is these guys that were high draft picks are already making decent money.
Oh yeah,
already to begin with. But not only are they already making decent money, you are overvaluing them and hyping them so much in the public and the media that then their next contract has to be the highest paid at their position, which has happened many times for the Packers. Yet when you look at the stats, the difference between this amazing, unbelievable high draft pick and the undrafted free agent, like the difference in play, maybe the undrafted free agent is actually worse than that first or second round pick, right? So the difference in play is about maybe here to here. But the difference in pay is like here to here. And you can sign back a guy like Lane Taylor or Lucas Patrick at this much price compared to Elton Jenkins at this much price. You could get 2 guys who are really good and they could play just as well or maybe a little bit down. But you're ballooning 10 times. You're paying this guy 10 times as much as this guy. But the performance on the field is only minuscule and better and what's better. So I don't understand the NFL. I don't know why would you hype guys just to have to force them more money, which then makes your salary cap worse, and then you have to keep doing these rookie free agents when you have guys who are are good, who are veterans, who you can get on the cheap, and you can have a whole team of solid, good players who play together. And you know what happens when that happens? Oh, you win 7 or 6 championships with the Patriots because that's what they had. They had a bunch of solid, good veterans who played together who weren't superstars. Can you name a superstar guy from the Patriots other than Tom Brady?
Yeah, there weren't that many.
I mean, they had Randy Moss. Well, they didn't win that year.
No, but they put up a lot of stats.
But the years they won,
yeah.
Who'd they have? I mean, they had Gronk. Okay, so you have one superstar receiver type guy.
Mm-hmm.
But on defense, they had just a bunch of guys. And Vince Wilfork, he was awesome, but he was a big D tackle who just stopped. What I'm saying is this. Bill Belichick finds players on the cheap to fill holes, to make his team run well, and doesn't overpay guys and do crazy stuff. And then they win and win and win and win and win. Now, they haven't won in the last couple of years, but they also haven't had the quarterback, which hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You do need a quarterback. And the Packers had one for the last 30 years, so we'll see what happens. I'm not exactly sold on Jordan Love at this point. I don't know what's going to happen.
Not enough love for Love? Well,
not yet. We've got to see what he's going to do. I don't freaking know. He might stink up the joint.
I know, but I'm gonna say hopefully people give him at least
Well, yeah.
an opportunity. I know you will, but I hope like most of the fans, don't jump all over him or anybody else because there's going to be some bumps on the road. And he even said that he knows that. Everybody should know that and should expect it. And also think back to when Aaron Rodgers they transitioned to far from Rodgers. It wasn't perfect. It took a little while. So just remember the Packers formula. Third season with your new starter, you win a Super Bowl. So at least give him 3 years. All right.
Okay, we'll see.
All right. Now we got to play a game.
Hold on, I got to go blow my nose. I'll be back. Talk about something else.
All right. Well, fair enough. All right. Well, I got through all my offensive line stuff. Ben's got to go do this. So he's having a little allergic reaction to something. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe we're not supposed to be in the same room. I don't know what happens there. But I did some other news that happened recently was, I think, gosh, what did I see here this week with the Packers? What did you guys see with the Packers? I can't remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a busy week at work. There's been a lot going on. I gotta walk in my first. We'll go off of football. I gotta walk in my first parade in I don't know how long. This is maybe like decades now. Maybe since I wore a kilt. I think I walked in one parade with my kids for their karate once, like 6-7 years ago. But the one before that, I was wearing a kilt, and I was in a bagpipe band as a drummer. But I was in a bagpipe band. That was the last parade I walked in, and now I got to walk in a parade coming up here on Sunday. So, hot.
I'm not going to be there.
It's gonna be hot. I don't like hot.
It's too hot. I'm gonna stay here. Sorry.
I did like wearing the kilt in the parade, even though I wore undies. I wasn't like all those other guys around. I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't do it. Anyway,
that was weird.
If you wore a kilt, put it in the chat.
Yeah, I figured it out. It was the barometric pressure because that thunderstorm came through.
Oh yeah,
just like when we were at Packer practice last summer.
Oh,
remember? And
that was
it was stormy, and then all of a sudden it got sunny, and then I couldn't stop. My nose kept running, and you were just fine.
Yeah, that's because
apparently you don't have allergies and stuff.
I handle pressure better than you. That's what that says.
No, I have allergies. I'm allergic to everything. It sucks.
That does suck.
It's freaking annoying.
David says he likes the attitude of Quay Walker. He hits people like he hates them. Oh, David, you got a little bit of a. I like it. I like it. That sort of linebacker has to be a little nasty. They should be.
Just not when the play stops, though.
Right. He's got to get that under wraps. But it is refreshing. Let's just say that. It is refreshing change from AJ Hawk, who was so putsy, Devondre Campbell, who plays soft. Like, these were guys that had athleticism and some speed, but they just played so... They didn't play inside linebacker physical. And I know there are a lot of these undersized linebackers coming in the NFL, and they, even like Patrick Queen, I saw him get pushed around a lot and whatever. But I want a guy who's a little nasty there, and Quay Walker seems to be a little nasty, so that's good.
It's good. All right, we're doing it.
All right, let's do it. We got a game.
You're going first.
Ooh, David wants 10 more people like him. All right, thank you, David. All right,
go.
Wavelength. I go first. What do I do again? You got to coach me through.
Here's the thing. We're gonna do overrated, underrated, which is what we did a test run last week, but I did it. This time we're gonna have Jason do it.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you spin the thing that sounds like your car.
All right.
Okay. Good job.
It does sound like my car. Yeah.
Okay. Now look at it. Let's see where it shows up. No. Not that. Turn the blue thing. There you go.
Sorry, I'm learning. Okay.
Okay, so you know where it is.
Yep.
Based on where underrated and overrated is.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, now you got to tell me an underrated or overrated player that fits that spot. People in the chat, we're going to try to figure out what he wants when he comes up with his guy. We're going to do 10 questions. We're going to try to get 20 points out of these 10 questions between the two of us and the chat. You guys are going to help us. We're going to do it by degrees. Rick had some weird spreadsheet he made up or something with
he drew
40 and
hand
3s.
drew.
Okay, well we don't have that and I don't care about it. So just do 40 degrees.
I was like
90 degrees is straight up.
Okay.
We'll do 45 degrees is, halfway, right? And then everything in between.
Yeah.
And it's going to be either 45 degrees overrated or 45 degrees underrated and so forth, or 30 or 10 or whatever it is. So you tell me the player who's overrated / underrated, whichever way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will try to figure it out. Let's go. Boom.
So do I have to? Okay.
You tell me the player. That's all you do. You just say the player's name. That's would fit underneath that spectrum of where it is.
Does it have to be a current player or
no? It can be anything.
Okay, it can be anytime. Okay.
Last week I said Nick Barnett. You can. Be
that's true. You did say Nick Barnett. All right, I'm going to say to make sure. Let's see if I can get this to you here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Josh Sitton, staying on the offensive line. Josh Sitton.
Oh man. All right, people. Jason said Josh Sitton.
Maybe I screwed it up. Maybe
That means
maybe it's a bad one.
it's definitely overrated because this is Jason talking. So, if you're looking at this spectrum here, we're gonna look at it here. All righty, we got
No one would ever say Josh Sitton was underrated.
this way is which way is that? That's overrated. Okay, that way. The other way is underrated. So I'm guessing it's overrated. I know Jason really doesn't think much of Josh Sitton. So I mean,
Come on, I gave him credit last week.
you did give him. You can't talk. You can't talk. Once you give us a clue, you keep your mouth shut.
I'm sorry.
So this is halfway. Eric says overrated. I agree. So he's got to be overrated somewhat. I would say,
Ooh, David's saying 50% even here.
like right in the middle. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what David's saying.
Or no, he's saying 50 degrees.
No, he's saying 50% even. He's saying even, which is right up in the middle. Is what he's saying.
Oh, really?
Viking Mo says overrated. Or Eric
I
Gardner,
think he's overrated. I think he's overrated too. Especially when I think he's almost. I'm thinking he's like there. What do you think, folks? We're gonna go with that. I don't care.
You ready?
Yep. Flip it.
Ready for the reveal?
Let's see it.
Oh!
That's freaking 4.
Or right on the border.
That's
there.
4. If it's
I'll
on the
call
border,
it
we
4.
count it as 4.
I'll call it 4. Good
That
job.
is geniusness, folks.
Woo!
That's how it's done. We already got 4 points. We can
close.
slack off the next like 2 if we want.
Woo.
Nice.
All said 66%. Rick said over at 60 degrees. So
Ooh.
you're kind of, yeah.
All right, everybody. Our next category is mine, the one I'm get to do.
Yeah.
It's loved and hated. Ooh. I'm going to do the car move. Now I'm going to look at it. Ooh. Loved and hated. I'm going to center this right in the middle. I will say for loved and hated.
I'm sorry it took me so long to figure that one out. But at least I got it right.
Hated is a strong word.
Strong word, but I tend to get whipped up talking about Packers. So.
Hated. Ooh, loved and hated. All right, I'm sorry. I'm blanking on my hated. Let's go with. Is this me? We'll just go with this is. We're not gonna go with me. We'll go with the consensus.
That's hard.
Consensus Packer fan, loved and hated. I'm gonna say
consensus Packer fan. Whoa.
I'm gonna say John McMichaels.
John McMichaels.
Isn't that his name? He used to be the Bears defensive lineman. Wasn't that his name? John McMichael?
So no.
No, that wasn't his name.
The Packers had a tackle who wasn't very good. It was the first round.
That was
pick.
John
Michaels. There was Dan. I think it was like Dan McMichael or Rick. Help us out. I can't.
Well, anyways,
you know his name.
It's that guy.
Oh, okay. So the McMichaels guy from the
Bears in the late '80s, early '90s.
Oh,
as a Packer fan
who hated, loved and hated McMichaels.
Yeah.
So McMahon would have been like all the way. Refrigerator, he'd been pretty far. Mike Singletary, you kind of don't hate him. I mean, he was all right. He was always intense. Let's see. All right. I'm going to say it's hated because it's Bears and Ben. I'm going to go like here. What do you guys think of that? Is that too far? We're going to the hated side here. Any input before we make a final here? Eric, 55 degrees. And go a little further than that. All right, let's go with it.
Okay.
I'm good with it. Am I close?
Here we go. Oops. The hardest part of this game is getting this blue thing off. Oh, did we even hit it? We got 2 points. We got 2 points. We got 2 points. I hate him a little more than you thought.
Wow.
We got 2.
So.
That's 6 points out of 2 questions. That's pretty good.
We were on the, yeah, I can see it. It's on the fringe. It's right there on the edge.
Ooh, this is a good
Kinda
one.
where
I like this one.
Where I live my life, right on the edge.
Jason's got this one. It's replaceable
Oh.
and irreplaceable.
Goodness gracious.
So this is
Steve
good.
McMichael.
Steve McMichael, that's what it was. Yeah.
See,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
getting
yeah,
with McMahon and John Michaels.
What did
and
I say? John McMichael?
You said
I don't know.
you're like one of the worst.
I'm
names.
drinking water. I'm not even drunk, and I still don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I gotta sneak a peek.
I'm not looking.
Dang it. Okay.
So this is a tough one. You just think. So we got replaceable and irreplaceable. So I don't know where he's going to go with this. He could go with a coach. He could go with a player. He could go with a play call. He could go with anything. I would go with a player. It'd probably be the easiest, but you never know. He could go with a coach. You know, some coaches are kind of like, they're not that great. We can get rid of that guy. You know, stuff like that. You could go with a media guy.
Oh yeah, plenty of those guys are replaceable.
Replaceable. Yeah, boom.
And
And then if it's irreplaceable, obviously you'd be like, you know, Mike Holmgren.
Yeah, Mike Holmgren.
That was hard to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
We still haven't really found a guy who's as good a coach as him.
All right, so we I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. Oh God!
Come on, dude. We got dead
All right,
space.
sorry, Randall Cobb. I'm gonna go with Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
I'd leave it right there where it's at. I wouldn't even move it. What do you guys think? Randall Cobb, either replaceable or irreplaceable. Replaceable would be this way. Irreplaceable would be this way. And is this like Randall Cobb, like when? Now? Or Randall Cobb at the height of Randall Cobbness?
Not the height.
At the height. Okay, so maybe
not at the height. Maybe like, yeah. Once he started costing a little more, Randall Cobb. Once he started costing a little more.
So in that case, Randall Cobb, when he started costing a little bit, I'm gonna give him maybe like that. Like 80% irreplaceable or 80% replaceable. Mo's like 100%. Okay, Mo. Well, we got from 90 degrees to 0 degrees here. Which one are we going with here? 15 degrees. Mo wants to go all the way down to here.
Whoa!
Well, that's a strong take, Mo. Anybody else have a take there? Rick, David.
David wanted me to go with BJ Raji there, which also would have been probably a good one. Probably would have been a good one. But I go with Randall Cobb.
Well,
once he got a little more expensive.
You want really 15?
He's a Viking fan. You can't go with him. Don't worry about him.
You got to keep your mouth shut. You're leading you're leading the witness.
I'm just saying you don't
Right.
never trust.
I'm
a
gonna
Viking
go at
fan.
I'm gonna go at 80%.
Never trust a Viking fan.
I'm going at 80% right there. That's where I'm going. Reveal.
Always follow your instinct.
Oh, that was close.
We got a 3 on that one.
A 3. Damn.
Pretty good.
We're already
Pretty
at
good.
7 points and only 3. Is somebody keeping track of this? You got a pencil or something?
No.
All right. Well, somebody else keep track. Rick, you're
Rick?
in charge of keeping track. Ooh, I got a good one. All right. Our next category is role model
I will just say,
and D-bag.
I was almost gonna go with Josh Sitton again on that last one. I was just gonna make it
We
easy
already
on
know.
myself.
He would definitely be replaceable.
I know, but not like.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, he wasn't bad.
Oh, this is easy.
All right. Well,
I got this.
Cause I need easy. I'm not.
Role model or douchebag / bad influence. That's the category, everybody. Role model or bad influence. And my person that is a role model or a bad influence, this is easier than pie. Aaron the Man Jones. Aaron Jones, role model or bad influence? Take it away.
Wow. All right. Well, this one should be easy. I think we're all set there. That's all the way over for role model. So, here we go. We're done. Did we get it all? Oh yeah, we're still in the 4. We're in the 4.
That's how easy that one was. I was
That's
like, wait
good.
a minute, this is perfect.
I was like, if you'd said,
That was kind of a 3, but
I think we're a 4. We're good. We're close.
all right, somebody keep track. We're at
Donald-
11 points and only really 4 through. This is too easy. This Packer wavelength is way too easy.
You could have said Donald Driver. I would also probably
No,
got it.
I think
You
roll.
could have said,
Yeah, that's
who
true.
else?
Well, you got another. This is a good one.
Ooh,
Jason has unreliable and reliable.
unreliable and reliable. Here we go. Pick up the pace a little bit. See if my brain starts working again.
Yeah, I think we're starting to wake up a little bit.
Holy sh! Unreliable and reliable. Unreliable, you're put in the middle. Unreliable is all the way this way. Reliable is all the way this way.
Okay.
Dayton Jones.
Dayton Jones. Mo, you can answer this. He was a Viking for a while. Wow.
Zadarius Smith.
Oh. We don't even have to think. He is the most unreliable guy around. You don't know what he's going to do because he never pays attention to anything. He doesn't have no idea where the ball is. He doesn't know where the running back is. Sometimes doesn't even know where the quarterback is. He just tries to beat the guy in front of him and then go to the quarterback after that. He is 100% unreliable. That's my take. You guys don't even have to. Oh, Rick's giving him 11. He's giving him a little bit.
No. He is not.
Yeah, he said 11 points.
No, that's how many points we have. That's how many we
okay.
have.
Mo says not only unreliable, also unplayable.
Oh, I have a quote, and you said it on our radio show, Viking Mo.
Did he?
Zadarius Smith is the least of my concerns about the Vikings. Blah 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 blah. Viking Mo. So sorry. All right, Ben, reveal it. All right, reveal it. You're correct. Zadarius Smith. We couldn't even get a 4 because 4 was buried on that one, but we got a 3.
Wow, that was the worst of all. Like you can't even get any more worse.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's already come back to the other side. Man, these last two have been way too easy.
That's good. I like easy,
Okay.
especially
cool.
on a Friday.
Nice. All right, we got a couple more here.
All right.
Ooh, I got unknown and famous.
Maybe we should have just started. We should have done the game like you said. I shouldn't have gone on about offensive linemen. But damn it, when you disrespect Adam Timmerman, come on. And Lane Taylor, some of my favorite Packers of all time, and Lucas. When you disrespect Lane Taylor, Adam Timmerman, and Lucas Patrick, sorry, I gotta say something. Okay, all done now.
Unknown and famous.
Woo! Unknown and famous. Famous Packers.
Unknown and famous.
There were some Packers that. Ooh, okay. Give me this one. I'm thinking this one.
I'm gonna say Antonio Freeman.
That's the one I was thinking.
No, you don't even know what I was looking at.
That's the one I was thinking because
You don't even know what I was looking at.
I was going to say some Packers are pretty famous because they, advertise Red Baron pizzas and
Big play, big play, make big play.
If you,
Big play, make big
now,
play.
David, you may never got to see. I think those are local commercials, but they're local TV commercials. Antonio Freeman with the Red Baron pizza, and it's so
Yeah,
good.
put in the middle here.
Red Baron pizza, good. Anyway, Antonio Freeman.
But this is famous, like to the world, to the world, not just Packer fans.
Oh, are you giving more context now, or I thought that was not supposed to be allowed, or was it?
Well, it's part of it. Antonio
All right.
Freeman
Antonio Freeman
to the general
to the
public.
national world. Okay, all right.
He would be not known at all.
Except for in the 2018 Bears comeback. Rodgers' most memorable game in the history of his career. All right. Antonio Freeman. He made some big plays against the Vikings. Showed up in the Super Bowl.
He's famous to the Vikings. Only for one play, Moses.
And he was the face of Red Baron Pizzas for
Red
a
Baron
while.
Pizza.
I'm going here.
We have a consensus. Does everybody think that's a good spot?
They don't know. Just do it.
Just do it. Here we go. Ooh, that was close.
Too much.
He's a little more famous than you.
Did I give him too much fame? Or
Yeah,
not
you
enough?
gave him too much, but that's still 2 more points.
Okay.
Rick, what's our points now? 16.
Rick remembers those Red Baron pizza
Ooh,
commercials.
Jason's got another good one.
How come I get all the good ones?
Underpaid and overpaid. This will have to be on the Packer roster right now.
Right now?
Well, yeah, we don't know. I mean, we can't. Guys are paid differently all through their careers, so.
Okay. Oh. All right, let's see here. Underpaid and overpaid. Okay. Ooh. Well, we'll stay on him. Elton Jenkins.
Oh, dude, he just got a big contract. Okay, he's not that much. What do you think, everybody? I'm thinking like about 40 degrees. Overpaid. I think we're way ahead of it. Like, I think they're way behind us in the chat for some reason. Because all of a sudden, like after we get done and go on to the next thing, all of a sudden everybody's like, looks good. And we're already on to the next thing. All right, everybody. So he says Elton Jenkins, overpaid, underpaid. I have it at about 45 degrees overpaid. If anybody has anything they want to have me move it up or down, tell us now. Jason can't say anything. I think he might even be a little more overpaid than. Because he just got a new contract. I'm going to go 30. I'm going 35 degrees. I don't see anything. We're way ahead. Sorry, everybody. This kind of doesn't work that great, but it's kind of fun. I'm doing it. We're staying with it. That's it. Reveal it. Let's see how good we did. The hardest part is getting that thing off. Oh, I think we missed. Is that the first time we missed?
We did, yeah.
Dang.
I was thinking Jair Alexander first.
Oh, I would have went like that. I would have went way far.
Oh, really? Okay. And then I was thinking
I would have done maybe Devondre Campbell for that.
I keep getting these ones that they're not. It's like midway or like part of the way.
You had Zadarius Smith.
I did have the one, but all my other ones have been kind of harder.
Ooh,
so
okay, I've got useless and useful.
Holy moly.
Useless or useful. Here we go. I'm excited about this one. Useless or useful? I'm hoping I get useless, but we'll never know what I get. Oh, okay. Useless or useful? I'm going to say useless or useful. I'm going to say let's go John Runyon Jr.
Oh, okay. John Runyon Jr. Now, he's certainly not useless because they've used him quite a bit. And he's done pretty well. Is he a superstar? No. But he's also plays different positions, has stepped in, both guard spots, done pretty
Don't
well.
do that yet.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. He's probably going to be kind of like, he's pretty darn useful, I think. I don't want to say, I'm going to kind of go in that range too. What do you guys think? A little more than halfway there. Mo says useful-ish. Wait, I'm angling here. Is it better?
I would think that would mean he would want it to go not as far.
I mean, maybe he's a little more like this, but he's also useful in the way that he keeps Royce Newman off the field. So just remember that. But I'm thinking about there, somewhere in there. How do we feel about that? It's kind of where we were before. I think we're going to go with it. See if Rick says something here. John Runyon.
Ooh, someone says more towards the middle.
More towards the middle, says Mo. Rick says useful 60 degrees. Useful 60 degrees, also says Dave.
That's about where you have it right now.
Yeah. All right, right there. Right there. Right there.
All right.
Right there.
That's too bad.
We missed.
Should have listened to Mo.
Oh.
He totally missed. I had him just a little bit of
Just
useful.
a little past the
way you talk about
I
him.
would
You
have
don't
said
like
that
him at all?
I would have said that maybe Devondre Campbell works for that for me.
What? Devondre Campbell is
Oh,
he's useless.
No.
He's useless.
Come on, he made some
I was
tackles
almost
a couple
thinking.
years
I was
ago.
almost going to say T.J. Slayton, but then I was like, he's actually a little more than that. So I went with the offensive. I went with the offensive lineman that I considered.
I think TJ Slayton's fair for that. I also think you could say Jair Alexander for that. You could say
Yeah, because he doesn't tackle, but he's still a
Yeah.
pretty good player. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
know.
that's probably would have been the perfect one.
All right.
Jair would
Anyway.
have been the perfect one.
All
then.
right, here we go. Here we go.
What's your category?
It is fragile and durable.
Ooh, fragile. That's a Christmas Story reference for those
right.
of you out there who
That's right.
went and saw that as a kid and got scared to death when Santa shoved that kid in the face and he slid down this slide like I got scared. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, let's sneak a peek. Okay.
What's this one again?
Fragile
Oh, yeah, okay. And
or
durable.
durable.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to give you.
That's fragile for all you non-math majors.
I'm gonna give you.
You had another middle one again.
Let me see here.
He's got to look.
Sorry.
Okay, first of all, take it all the way because now I know where it is.
Oh yeah. Sorry. That's no. All right, I'll spin it again. God dang it.
Spin it again. Do it again. I know it was on this app.
Crap. It was. I was gonna go with Brian Bulaga at first, but then I thought.
Well, then
I thought you might go too
fragile.
far. I thought you might go too far, because he actually did play in quite a few games. All right, let's see what we get now.
Should have went with Aaron Rodgers for that.
Okay.
2 broken collarbones.
I know.
Messed up leg.
All right.
Broken thumb.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Greg Jennings.
He is durable, except for that one time. So, dude, he was awesome for a long time. I mean, I think he was fairly durable. He got hit. He got smacked in a Super Bowl by Troy Polamalu and still hung onto the ball. Oh, Mom says Devondre Campbell is going to be better this year, 100% better.
Oh, Mom. Let's hope so.
I don't know, Mom. I don't trust him.
He's not gonna be on the field as much. So.
All right, folks. Greg Jennings durable. I don't know. I think he's pretty durable. I mean, I know he got hurt at the end there, so maybe
He played all those games with the Vikings too, huh? Well,
and with the Dolphins.
And somehow he tried to believe that Christian Ponder was going to be okay as a
Rick
quarterback.
says 30 degrees. That's about where I've got it too. I'm going to say 30 degrees too. He's fairly durable. I'll say that. He did get injured though and it ruined the whole season, so I don't know. Ooh, even more durable than I thought.
I did. Because he was up until that one.
That's pretty good.
The end where he just was. I think he mostly sat out that last season because he was,
Well, he knew his contract was up. And
yeah. Because I didn't want to go all the way. Because I thought I was going to go Donald Driver. But then I thought you might go too far on it.
Okay.
So what do we get? 2 on that one? 3
We
on
got
that
3
one?
on that one. Rick,
3.
we got 3 on that. I think we
3
hit
on
20
that.
points by now, right?
Nice.
Wait, let's find out. Before we do this, we got to find out how many points we have. Rick, I hope you've been keeping track because I have no idea.
That's what Campbell said. He said he had a shoulder thing he didn't tell anyone about. Oh, then a leg thing. Okay, well.
Okay.
It's nice to make excuses after, well after the season. That's good. I mean, but it's because you didn't tell anybody about it, so who's to corroborate that? I thought about going Donald Driver on that last one. I really did. 19 points, Rick says. No, I think we're at 20, Rick. We were at 17.
No.
He said we had 16 before.
Oh, then we'd be at 19. We have to get this.
We do?
Man, this is tough.
We do?
Yeah, or else we don't get the 20 points.
Did we miss one? Like, did we
We had 2 where we totally whiffed.
We did?
That really hurt us.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, so underrated and overrated weapon. So underrated, overrated weapon. This is going to be underrated, overrated weapon.
Underrated by us, but by the general peeps.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm going to go with
If you say William Henderson, I know exactly where to put it.
No, James Jones. James Jones. Underrated or overrated weapon?
JJ, who we did examined his career a couple weeks ago. Actually, I did want to clarify the numbers I gave were on especially on all those guys on all the Joneses lists were only what they did as a Packer. So James Jones had more catches than that in his career, more yards than that in his career when he played for the Raiders too. But that's what he did as a Packer. So just wanted to clarify that from a couple weeks back. Okay, James Jones was definitely an underrated weapon. Not crazy amount underrated. So I think we're kind of in the middle, halfway between range again. We're like 45 degrees, something like that, between the midpoint. Everybody feel good about that for James Jones? Was it even more than that? Was it less than that? Slightly underrated.
Mo says a little less. Anybody else? We need to get this right.
Rick says kind of where we're at, 45 degrees, like right in there. I think James Jones is right in there. I keep tweaking it though. I'm gonna leave it there. JJ.
David says 90 degrees. He thinks he's exactly rated.
He delivered when it counted. He did.
So you've got everything from 90 to 45.
To slightly.
And Mo says slightly like this. Only one guy said 45. One guy said 90 degrees. One guy said slightly. And you said a little bit further. So you got to figure out what it is. What is it?
I got to go with my gut, especially after careful examination of JJ's career here. I'm going to go right there.
Okay.
I adjusted just a tiny bit to the middle, but not too far.
All right.
Let's see it.
We might have lost the game.
No. Come on, James Jones.
We might have lost the... Why can't this thing open? Ooh, okay. Oh! We just got it. We just got 2 points to get us over 20. That was close.
If I hadn't moved a little bit more towards the middle,
would have made it. You should have listened to Mo. I was trying to lean you toward Mo, slightly underrated.
Just lean me back towards David. You said,
David said 90 degrees. That's straight up.
Yeah, but that would have been still 2 points. We still would have won.
Still was closer to what you put. But anyways, we still got 21. We got 21. We did it. I didn't think we could do it there. I was worried. So that's Packer wavelength.
Man.
It's sad that the Viking got most of the ones right, which means he knows us better than our Packer people that watch our show.
Come on, he did not.
The Viking fan, he's known us for 30 years, so what are we supposed to do about that? Come on.
Rick,
maybe not 30, 25.
Why does Rick say 20? Rick, why are you penalizing us points? That's 21 points now, Rick.
It's 21 points, Rick. You said 19.
Dang it.
It's 2. It's 2 for the yellow, not 1.
I thought you were good at math.
We probably have way more than this. Rick's been giving us the wrong points. It's 2, 3, or 4. There's no ones at all, Rick. We probably have 30 points. I was thinking, like, man, we did better than that. That's it, Rick. You've lost your score man privileges.
It was more dramatic that way anyway, so it was better.
That's true. We just barely squeezed it out.
Mo says, yeah, listen to me. Rick was at least, with us there. He gave us a big boom, and Mo says, start trusting Viking fans. Well, I don't know.
No, we're not doing that. But anyway, so that was fun. Hey, there you go. Packer wavelength.
That's it.
That was pretty good. We had a couple dead spots where we couldn't think of something. It's tough when they're in the middle. It's tough when they're in the middle.
Yeah, because you're like trying to think, and then you got to know your guesser, and you got to, all that.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick said he couldn't read the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we had way more than 21 points.
We might have, but that's okay. This way it was more entertaining, maybe. I don't know, or at least for us, it was more dramatic.
Who knows?
All right. Well, you guys, hopefully.
Happy birthday to this guy.
Yeah. Oh, we should do a fart gun. Nah, that's all right. I'll go grab the fart gun.
We got a couple birthdays this week.
Might as well do it. We got some birthdays. You can fart gun.
First, I get to do it for the first time ever. First, we're going to give
right in the mic.
Birthday salute to high school buddy, Kyle Craning. Happy birthday today.
I got a couple of birthday buddies.
Then we got on the Packer roster right now. Who's the guy? Whose birthday is today?
Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford. Happy birthday, Sean Clifford.
And as I said, I hope that he can become a good number 2, just like me. And I started a new hashtag called Strong Number 2s. Hashtag Strong Number 2s. It's going to take over the internet and social media.
Wow.
Yep.
Earlier this week, I believe it was the 9th, but I could be wrong. Our buddy Eckes, who's been on our live shows for the
50
draft.
50 years old.
He's not 50. He's a 49. He's
49.
Same age. He's basically the same age as me. A little older than me. 49. Happy birthday, Eckes. Ooh, that was a really nasty one with a little extra at the end. And then we're going to give happy birthday to Jace. 47 today. He's still always younger than me, but now he's only 1 year younger than me for at least 2 months. And then he'll be back to 2 years younger than me.
Yep, that's
After
how it
that.
works.
So happy birthday to you. We'll give you the quick fart and then the long holder. I know why you like doing this so much.
Yeah, 47 trips around the sun. Starting my 48th year of life today.
When does it do the extra thing?
Just gotta hang on 1 second. It's about 15-second delay.
Do I still hang on to it?
No, you can let it go. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Unless you broke it. If you broke my fart gun, you're out.
Oh. That one sounded like me earlier when I first got to your house.
Birthday
What was the
salute.
first thing I said to you when I walked in your door?
That you had to go to the bathroom, take a poop.
That's right. And this is the poo show, so it
Number
fits.
2.
It's the first thing I said to him. I didn't say happy birthday. I didn't say hi. I said, hey, I got to take a dump. That's the first thing I said.
Where's your toilet? That's basically the greeting we got. All right, well, that's the birthday show. Sorry to disappoint everybody that thought it was going to birthday. Everyone that thought it was going to be a birthday suit show. Sorry
Nobody
to
thought that.
disappoint. Sorry to disappoint. That might be for Ben's birthday for his 50th.
It will not be. And that's a whole year away.
You never know. If he's drunk enough, you never know what
I
happens.
don't get drunk that much.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. Being good, stay good. And, of course, as always, Mikey Mo, you know what it is. It's go, Pack, go.
Tell me why that unicorn must have me. Did I treat you? Got to find